Hello, kiddies. We'll do a quickie today, just to give you a heads up on what has been going on the Mindcrack server for me. As you can see here in my tree farm, I have removed the leaves and replaced with fence. I think it looks quite nice. I spent quite a while fixing the old tree farm here. It wasn't broken per se. It still worked. As you know, the piston ticks have changed in the new update. It just threw out all the timing, and unfortunately the timing in this beast, because that's what it is, a beast. Look at that. How far was that? 10 blocks? That's taken a whole heart of health. And I've got Feather Falling 4 boots on. Ridiculous. We'll talk about that in a bit later. The main problem is this, the piston clock thing. When you push the button, it sends a signal down here which turns this on, which is the delay circuit. And it goes all the way around there, and when it gets back to there, it then turns that off. But because the pistons are now taking a different time, this was off. I probably could have calculated everything, but to be honest, it's far too confusing, so I ended up just adding things until it worked, which took a while, to be honest with you. There's quite a lot going on here, and it's all a bit hectic. But all the pistons work in relation to each other, so buses. There's been nothing going past for ages, and as soon as I start recording, it's been bloody Piccadilly Circus. So yeah, all the pistons are relative to each other, so you know, it works. Boom! Lovely. This over here, which I was talking about last episode as being a problem that I might need help on. I think. Oh, that's a pig. There is a pink sheep wandering around somewhere, which I got really excited about because I thought, "Wow, I've finally seen a pink sheep!" But it's not actually an actual pink sheep. It's an escapee from over there. All of these are escapees, actually. I think I've solved this problem. I was trying to be too clever. I was trying to make things small. What I had was a system coming out here and then a line of 15, and I was using that rule, or rather I was having a line of 27 technically. So when this one goes off, it sends a signal out 15 along to there, and when the next one goes on, 15 which gets to there, etc, etc. But the problem with that is when you send buses, man. When you send a signal out on number two over here would fire, but also would number 1. So I was trying to work out a way of activating 2 while ignoring 1, and I had this sort of sudden clarity the other day, and I thought, well, in trying to simplify it, I'm trying to overcomplicate it. Or rather, in trying to simplify it, I am overcomplicating it. But this is slightly wrong. I need to build each one of these one apart, not next to each other like they are at the moment, so they all need to get spaced out. So it's going to be a lot bigger. It's going to be twice this width, which is a pain in the bum. Not just because of the sheer size of it, but also the resources used. But basically what we've got, I should probably go into this, this is a pulse generator. Oh, also I've built this wrong because this needs to be one higher, because I'm a derp. Massive derp. All these need to be off, not on. So that when the block covers that torch there, like that is doing, it doesn't, you see this is on, all the rest are off. It will send a signal pulse, it won't send a constant. That signal pulse will then go to here, and this is essentially an RS latch with a reset here. So when the pulse comes through, it hits the reset, turns everything here back, everything to off, and then also, because of the delay, will then turn the specific one on and hold it on. And then under this grid here will be lines coming out with redstone torches there, like a standard boring 7-segment decoder. So that's basically how that works. And so when these pistons push and all these logs come along, that block will then hit that block, which will then send the pulse signal. It doesn't matter about this one because it's a pulse, this isn't on anymore anyway. It will reset those latches over there and turn on the next one. So when it fills up, it will automatically count up and change the clock accordingly. When I dismantle it, when I take down a row, I am going to have to reset it manually, and I'm going to put some buttons in here and just click the button. That's the only way I can think of doing it. I did try with what did I call? I can't remember what they're called now. When it changes a signal, it detects a signal change, it sends a pulse. But to be honest, it's not worth the aggro. So that's pretty much all we've been working on over there. Done bugger all else anywhere else here. So we'll go into the old and now see this. Look at that. Nice. Many a time I've been caught out by that. Other than that, should we stick on the old thing so we can see how far we're actually going? I've not been doing a great deal in terms of Minecraft currently. As I've mentioned before, I'm very busy at the moment. What have I done this week? I'm building a website for somebody which I can't really talk about because I'm under NDA, but they've got somebody else building the back end and I'm designing the front end. But they seem to be very short on information, so I'm trying to design this front end, but I've got like no idea what's going on it. So that's proving to be fun, and they want it to go live on the 1st of September, which, well, I think they're going to be disappointed, to put it that way. There's probably no way I'm going to get my work done before then, let alone transferring my images, which is essentially all I'm doing, is making images, to the actual code, to the CSS and whatever. And they've still got, frankly, gaping holes in their system, I think. They want... Well, I won't go into what they want, but they want stuff that isn't ready, so that's fun. I'm also building another site for somebody else, which is almost like the inverse of that. They've given me a layout that they want, and I'm designing the back end. But again, they are fairly short on answers when it comes to certain things. Like this one is for artists and illustrators. It's sort of like a group portfolio type thing where you can look through them and pick somebody for your work, for commission artwork and stuff. But you know, he knows what he wants, but he hasn't really thought through the practicalities of how these things actually function. So I've got to I code it and then discover something that he hasn't thought about and sort of come back to him and then wait a week for an answer, and that's kind of dragging on a bit as well, which is annoying. And I'm doing a print job for somebody for a catalogue, which is nice. High-end piano exhibition. When I talk high-end, I mean 6-7 figure pianos. Very rare antique grand pianos and such like, which is nice because it's nice to do a good quality print job. It's nice to do a print job, to be honest, because I'm a print designer by trade. I am trained as a printer, so I hate doing web stuff, but I end up having to do web stuff because that's all most people want these days. But I do like doing printed stuff. You know where you are with the printed stuff. You know, the page never changes. You don't have to worry about rendering issues or anything like that. What you see is what you get, which is nice to a degree. I mean, obviously, my experiences, you know, I know things on the screen don't look like how they do when they're printed and stuff, but generally, it's nice to do that. I've done a wedding invitation for someone as well, so that's yeah. Again, could you just knock out this wedding invitation for someone? No, you can't just knock out anything. You have to spend a lot of time on it if you want something to look good, and people don't understand these concepts. Loading fast we are. So my chest collection's grown. We've got a tool collection now here. I didn't realise I enchanted a couple of picks. Oh yeah, bastard. I didn't realise quite how many picks I actually had. I ended up going through all my various bases and picking up all the tools and stuff. That's Silk Touch, Fortune 3, Efficiency 4, I'm breaking 3, Efficiency 4, Fortune 2, I'm breaking 3, I'm breaking 3. These two are going to go into the exchange at some point. Best pick you can get in the game now, I think, which is sad. Another version of the same. I mean, well, the same. The same, but without the fortune. A couple of super spoons. Fortune 2 efficiency. I mean, that's obviously a good one. That's less good. Silk Touch on an axe. God knows what you'd need that for. Another one there. Another good Uber axe there. Silk Touch. Uber Silk Touch. Yes. Powerful Punch 2, and Infinity 1. That's a great bow. Looting 3 sword, Sharpness 4, Looting 3 Knockback 2 sword. In fact, that Looting 3 sword can probably go into the exchange as well, because these two are kicking the buttskis. Somebody posted a comment the other day saying that obviously it wasn't a legit server because I had a block of iron and a lot of diamonds. Derpington, Derpley. If you can't go caving for an hour and come back with that many diamonds and at least a stack and a half of iron, you might as well give up, because you're clearly not very good at this game. Seriously, I mean, seriously, don't give up. But you should be doing that quite easily, really, in a brand new, fresh cave. So I haven't actually been caving anywhere around here yet, and that's something I do want to do, because there's going to be lots of emeralds under these hills, and I want them. Stuff and stuff. Oh yeah, bricks. We're collecting clay from down there. I haven't got it all yet. It looks like there's a big patch there. But just when I'm swimming about in the ocean, I will pick up clay and cook that. We've got any in there at the moment? No, we'll empty here. Good, right. Oops, no, not that, but that. These are pretty much all the logs from the tree farm. I went through it and cut everything out that I could. Don't want you in there. Oh, okay. Your new oak slab, your wooden slab, your fireproof. Derp. So yeah, there's a fairly good amount of wood out there. There's a couple more over there, but we'll come to those in a minute. There's a little food tray. With stuff. You can go in there. Still got some clay in there that needs to cook up. Annoyingly, I converted all my clay into blocks so that they'd store easier. Completely forgetting that you have to break them back down again into balls to cook. Which was a major pain in the backside. It's been such a long time since I've cooked bricks. Right. Over here, let's start with this tower here. I'm a bit umming and ahhing about this. I like the look of it. I think it looks good. It needs some work still, but obviously it's only the first floor done there. I want it to be tall. Tall. Big tall, wizard tower, tall. Not actually a wizard tower, but tall, and it's going to have bits coming off it perhaps, and it's going to be a big ass tower anyway. So I'm kind of dubious about whether I should have started building rooms in it so early, or whether this should be just like a bit more cobble structure first. I don't suppose it really matters that much. Right, just a quick reminder, feather falling 4, protection 3, protection 4, protection 2, and Dickle. Christ, that's almost dead. So there's quite a lot of serious armour there. I used to be able to make it all the way across, but I don't think I can anymore. 4 hearts of damage from that. Very small drop. I came on here earlier to record this very thing and didn't have the microphone turned on because I'm a div. And Dot came on earlier, so it seems to be on the same timetable at the moment. So yes, let's poo up here. Boom. Hello. Yes. This side we've got a big window. And I ended up having to make this stair tower was there going up, but I've had to make it go down as well now, just so I can get into the bloody place without dying. I died quite a few times recently since 1.3. Well, let's turn this off as well. Since the 132 update. 131, I was flipping across here. La-di-da, no worries. Miss, oops, oh dear, drop, lose half a heart, whatever. Since this 1.3.2, it seems to have really buggered up. Oh, that's better. Really buggered up the dropping damage thing. Doodah. Up the spinny tower. Ground floor. Well, it's not really ground floor. First, lowest floor. A few more woods in there. Nice view out of the desert. These windows, quite like these windows. They're quite nice. Good bit of room to them. Little floor pattern here. Nothing particularly spectacular. Little stairway up onto this ledge here. And then up. And in. And another floor pattern here. More of this big bay window. We'll put some more windows in here probably. I'm tempted to bring this sort of, instead of having those steps, just bring a whole bar all the way up. But that's that. And then over here, I mean, you can see from the normal stone here and where the cobblestone is. The normal stone used to be the original hill, and I've sort of chopped it out, but now it looks like there's a tower there. So I might have to do something to this so that it's not, so it looks like a built tower really, because I kind of boobed it a little bit, but again we'll talk about that in a minute. Boom. So I'm thinking this is going to be sort of like a little marketplace courtyard thing. We've got a staircase coming up here from the water. I might trim this slightly, make a little harbour or something, I don't know. So a little merchant coming in place, get some people in here, make it a bit lively. And then we've got this raised area, and then we've got this, which I suppose we're going to turn into some sort of castle tower thing. I don't know. I thought more, to be honest. Not really thought it through them. And this is, I mean, none of this is, I was going to say set in stone, but yeah, we're just playing about at the moment, trying to get some ideas running. We'll flatten this off a bit and put some stuff on here. Again with this, this is tricky. If you're over there and you look at that, this bit sticking up here looks really majestic. You think, right, we'll build off the top of that, but it's not actually very big. As you can see, there's all this sort of curve down here. So I could build that up. What I'll probably do is actually tear it down to this sort of... No, maybe I'll take it down to this sort of... I'll take it down to that level, perhaps, there, the crosshair. Or across, but I'll leave that dirt there and build up from inside it. That's probably the best way of dealing with that. And over here, I was digging out some clay. I found a little hole, which turned into a big hole. This is where I died. If you look at Vintage Beef and Generic Bees video where I do a vintage beef, I was standing there, middle of the day, sort of standing there looking down the hole, and all of a sudden a creeper blew up next to me, and I went down there and died because of my feather falling 4 boots. But what we've been doing here is basically pillaring up and filling in holes. Obviously we haven't done that yet. To give these, make these sides smooth. I've not been over there either. I've been along there, which you can't see because it's around the corner. So I've been doing all that. There's a tower there. And what we're going to do is, I think we'll build that up. Probably have some sort of cascade coming down here from the water. So there's a waterfall down on that side, and then on this side I will build houses in to the wall. I might step it back to each level, sort of one step further in, and then build some little walkways and some staircases and stuff, and just have a nice little sort of area there. I think if we do it properly, we should be able to get that to be recognised as a village, and villagers should all run around in there quite happily. I have to do something with this lava. I don't know what as yet. But we'll wait and see. That's kind of the plan. I want to get on that fairly sharp-ish. Boom. In your chops. Have another one. It's a little farm here. For wheat. Bollocks, I brought some more over for a drink with me. I was running a little on food, so I built that. There's some nice stuff over there. I don't know how big this is going to eventually get. I mean, I might flatten this out totally and use it as farmland. I have a nice big farm going off over there to supply the villagers with what they need. Large wheat farm. Might get some animals involved somehow. It's not going to be my main farm. It's still going to be back at the farm base, but you know, just to keep things going, I'll build some crap up here. I could build that out a little bit further, so it's looking down there. That'll be quite cool. And that sort of thing. As I say, I don't know how far over that way we're going to go. Be nice to wall it off, but make it a little bit safer. Still got a zombie problem I need to worry about. If I initially put villagers in this thing, they should be relatively safe from the old zombie hordes. Poof, plop. Where are you off to? You better hurry, aren't you? Oh, you bugger. Oh, you bugger. Oh, got him. Lovely. So yeah. There we go. That's what we've been up to. No cities to show you as of yet. As I say, been quite busy. I've been getting stuff done. That's where Good went down originally. That's Good's furnace. I wonder if he left anything in there. No. Oh, the other good thing about having an infinity bow is you end up gaining arrows when you kill skeletons, which is nice. Yeah. Excuse me. Sudden dry throat. As I say, been very busy, so I can't give as much time to it as I probably want. This is my reed farm. So I can get him. See, now these arrows, I think Good is right. I think they do. Oh, you bastard. It's very difficult to tell. Is that sailing over him? I think it probably is. Is that sailing over him? That's not. There goes my bow. All gone. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter because I've got a new bow, which is stronger and more powerful. This island here in the middle will go right now. What I don't know yet, somebody did say in the comments, have I thought about the Venice idea again? And I said yes. The reason I said yes is because that is what we're going to be doing here. Probably. I just don't know currently what the plan is, because there is no plan. Do I want this all as sort of like a harbour, an inlet? Maybe I can build up the side here. Maybe around this. I mean, we could have, we've got this little inlet here, but we could come out here and across here. We've got a lot of options, frankly. Some of those we will be doing. Ah! There you go. Oh, I thought I was going to be clear. How depressing. Yes, as I say, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. Is that a cave down there, or is that just a hole? It looks like it's just a hole, isn't it? Yeah. Bussington Busley. So, I will carry on. Well, we won't carry on with this. There's no Badger's Beats tune today. Well, I just haven't had the time to sit and think and research. In fact, I have not really listened to much music this week, which is a shame, as I normally go out for my clinically ordained walk, try and fix my back. But I haven't had time to do that this week. Today or yesterday. Which is stupid, because that's something I need to do. That's part of the reason why it's got as bad as it has. It's not the cause, but it's certainly an aggravator. Yeah, there was clay there, I thought there was. So I need to... Oh, that was a different colour, that was weird, wasn't it? So I need to do that. So that'll be next episode, probably. And a few other things to talk about next episode as well. So, sorry we're short on action, but hopefully what we lack in action we make up for in interesting buildy concepts, idea things or something. You've got a little window into what's going on in my brain as far as this place is concerned. I think I'll shut up now, stop rambling, and I'll speak to you guys later. Bye bye.